Warning, the following contains material that may be too disturbing to some people. Descriptions of violence, mature situations, and adult themes. This is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. I leapt headfirst into the black, searching for answers. I found only more questions. My memories fade with each step. I feel a weight. It's so heavy. I find nothing. And here in darkness, I awaken for the first time. My skin is on fire. My lungs ache for air. My body's too weak to stand. To fight back. The pain pierces every thought. Death would be a kindness that I do not deserve. Let me die broken. Hi, everybody. Oh, I didn't hear it. Whatever it was, whatever you're laughing at, I just got silence right when I clicked over. So whatever it was, we were spared this time.
I think Maury's mic was malfunctioning on her in that it sounded very weird for a moment. We couldn't understand her.
Well, welcome everybody to Broken episode 53. We're back playing some more sci-fi tabletop weirdness for you guys. How's everybody doing this week? Good. Glad to hear it. Fantastic.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
Silence.
Sensational.
The silence is safe.
The chaos is popping off already. By the way, you too can join the chaos. If you're watching on YouTube, the links are all in the description below. But the Discord server is free. It's public. Here's the link if you're watching on Twitch. You can jump in there and see the chaos memes and ask lore questions, bother these folks, all that fun stuff. Also, things you need to check out. The art for Cassidy Williams and Narcissa at Instagram, TikTok, coffee.com, and now x.com/Ace of Wands Designs. I think the one on X is Ace of Wands 01, if I recall. Let me update that for the broken announcements now. We've got it set for the Forest of Flesh ones. One moment.
Can confirm it's Ace of Wands 01.
All right, cool. Got it. Save.
Figured I'd hop over and give a follow.
Very nice of you. Very nice. Well, while we're on the topics of following and Gerblin, check out twitter.com/sketching space and give a follow too. And check out all the cool art. One thing we got to do before session, well, for those of us who got here a little bit early, we got to see some of the cool art Gerbs has worked on and is working on. There's a lot of cool stuff going on over there, so check it out. You can also head over to buymeacoffee.com/brokendank and fuel up our resident murder hobo with all of the nos. It's the only thing he can actually get nutrients from.
Unfortunately, this is true.
Since the tragic accident. So, do it. If you want to support the channel, you can subscribe on Twitch or become a patron on the Patreon, and their patrons will get access to all the uncensored, unedited, unfiltered episodes.
Shenaniganery.
Yes. Howdy everybody. Why don't we do that thing where we go around, we have everyone introduce their character a little bit, and then we'll talk about like what's going on, what's happened recently on the show, where you guys are, all that fun stuff. And then we'll jump in. Sound good? So we'll start with you, Dink.
It's your boy Dank back at it again with another one. I need to stop opening doors. Bad things keep happening. If the door is closed and clearly not meant to be opened, I should probably not open it, because when I do, stuff blows up and it's all my fault.
It does tend to lead to a certain level of chaos.
Will he
Yeah.
ever learn?
Find
No.
out
No,
next
he is
time
not.
on Broken.
Sorry, we're
Thank you
spoiling
did
it, Dank. You
this,
never
and
learn.
then you did it again 20 years later. I don't think you learned your lesson.
Hey,
Actually, yeah, technically speaking, you wouldn't have learned your lesson yet because the lesson is in the future.
Yeah.
this is true. I hadn't learned that lesson.
We are
And then I
preempting the
opened
lesson.
door.
This is making future you seem dumber.
Yeah.
If future me even is the real me. Find out next time. Oh, I'm broken.
Right on. Awesome intro. Thank you, Dink.
Yeah,
Oh,
anytime.
Narcissus is gonna love hearing about what happened to the tower.
We'll get.
See, there it was. Barbecue. No, let's skip that.
Up next, we've got Gerblin playing Enigma for you guys. Gerblin, how are you?
Well, they're doing all right. Going on a little adventure, hunting down their stuff, finding it missing, hunting down their stuff again, and finding a person, and then, saving Dank from the error of his ways, opening doors, and
As you do.
subsequently getting caught in the blast. This is fine. We're
Yeah.
I
fine.
don't know if you know what hunting means. Generally, you find what you want at the end of a hunt.
Yeah, we haven't. We found our stuff. We're just,
You did
You
find your
know.
stuff. That's what matters, right?
yeah, that's true.
Right on. Well, thank you, Gerblin. Next up, we've got Caitlin playing Liz for you guys. Caitlin, how's our favorite cybernetic guide murder lady? Murder hobo? I'll just call you murder hobo.
Well, she had a small life crisis. When the power went out, her eyes stopped working for a second,
Yeah.
and that was the first time that's ever happened. And since it was dark, no one got to see her panic. Hooray!
Oh,
Just wait. Just
Maybe. Maybe she's learning about feelings. Maybe she's not. I guess we'll find out.
right on. Right on. Thank you, Caitlin. Up next, we've got Maury playing Narcissa for you guys. Maury, how are things?
well, I got to bribe somebody with food.
That you did. You've got a new temporary, maybe, companion. You got somebody tagging along with you through the storage room. What was her name? I don't actually remember.
I don't remember.
Did I take a note of it? Did anybody write it down?
No.
I did not.
I know
Wait,
exactly
hang on.
who he means by anybody, so no.
Did I write it down?
Is it Ariadne? That's the name that's, I think, in the chat.
That was from another thing.
Was that from our
That was from the one shot, yeah.
yeah, the one shot we played last week?
Okay, let
Yeah.
me keep scrolling.
I have to
I
scroll.
think we're probably gonna have to do like from before
Yeah, I have to,
entries for this game.
Nope, I got the
load.
cargo bay clerk's name, but I didn't get her name.
Here, let me see if I can find it by perusing the chat logs. I
No,
see
you did
where
not type down her name anywhere.
Maybe you guys didn't get it yet.
Maybe we didn't.
That's also a
Yeah,
very real
we
possibility.
did threaten to kill her, so.
Nope, now she doesn't get a name. We make up a name for her.
Yeah, it's not in the chat logs.
Bridget.
Blurgus.
Blurgus. We're gonna name her Blurgus, are we?
Absolutely not.
No, I don't think we
Both
are.
me and
Come up with a
both
better
me and
name.
him came up with names that started with B.
It's got to be a B name.
This poor child.
She's the new Blorbo.
Bungus.
Let's see.
Brandy.
Bungalow.
Hank, I am very concerned about your naming schemes.
Bodega.
You should be.
Her name's Bahram.
Ha.
And how do you spell that?
And her last name is Blitz.
Bahram.
God, it has to be.
Bahram Blitz.
Yeah, her last name is Blitz. That's funny.
Blitzy for short.
Now, we're not now.
Here, I'll go ahead and put it in the Roll20 chat just in case it comes up again.
I have a paper book. She might think it's pretty and shiny.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, we'll get to the book. She has helped you get into a container where she saw something weird, and then everything kind of hit the fan, as it does, because you guys always open doors you're not supposed to. So,
Hold on, who's this? You guys?
There's only been one of us here.
Yeah.
You all took part in it. Nobody objected,
No,
I don't think.
No,
Yeah,
the
nobody
first
stopped me either, Jack.
time, guess what? I was in the bathroom both times. That's the really sad truth.
Right on.
Fantastic.
So apparently, I'm not allowed to use the bathroom during fucking broken.
Okay, well, we made it. Oh, we're 14 minutes in. All right, cool. All right. You can drop all the F-bombs you want, Caitlin. Yeah, I guess we're doing a long intro today. Yeah, as usual, when group mom steps away, the kids cause trouble. That's the way it goes.
Kate, Liz is not group mom.
That's true.
No,
She'd be a pretty bad.
absolutely
She'd be a
not.
pretty bad role model.
She's the wine aunt.
Yeah, facts.
That's fair. That's a fair statement.
Here,
Oh
come
god,
here.
who is the group parent in this one?
No one. That's the problem.
Obviously, still Enigma.
It's
Oops, it's me.
yeah, it's Enigma, or maybe like Captain Ashara, maybe the people that saved you guys on the tram. I don't know, but they're not really.
They are one bad roll away from getting shanked. No.
Yeah, I know. They're one bad like interaction with you away from being murdered.
Yeah, don't play
They have
with
to have
me.
some good standing with the party to be party parent.
Yeah, I think some of them are on better terms with you than others. Like the one robot is on pretty good terms with you guys. The
Not
captain,
Terminator.
not the Terminator, the good one. Yeah.
Yeah, not Terminator. I
Yeah.
can't remember what his name is, so I just call him. There's Terminator and not Terminator.
The good one's name is Zleb. The bad one's name is Strayu.
As far as Narcissa is concerned, because she was high as a freaking kite, there's Terminator, not Terminator.
Yeah.
Pretty sure we were all high as a fucking kite, sweetie.
And the captain,
Yeah.
the captain of that crew's name
Narcissa was really off
is
the bell end.
Captain Ishara.
Also,
That female that was attacking me only hates me.
Yeah, I think it's Lyra.
Yeah, but Liz isn't the only one who hates her.
Oh, I just like antagonizing her.
The Terminator
Narcissa is
bot
still like, just leave me alone in a room with Lyra. Just give me 5 minutes.
is Zleb.
He's angry because he's a stray.
this is why I need to get all of you on a couch.
Anyway,
You gotta eat a pound of chocolate first.
Yeah, I think the captain's name was Oi.
Oi Ishara, yes.
Okay.
I'm
yes.
sorry because you named him Ashara. It just makes me think of the ship from Dead Space.
Oh
my god.
Here. I think OI was OWAI, right?
It was OWI.
OWI.
Ishimura. Is the Ishimura.
Oh, the name of the ship in Dead Space? Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it the yeah?
Now all I can think about is the name of the ship in Alien.
But
Isolation. The Nostromo.
Nostromo, yeah.
Yes.
But speaking of getting them on a couch and probing their delicate minds, how are you doing, Zach? How is this doing? World's longest intro.
I am confused. There's been noises and sounds, and I thought I was getting my stuff back. Now I'm worried that I'm not.
You guys did get your gear back, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so we already have that. Oh, yes. Okay, I did forget that bit. Cool.
Yeah, I think you guys. It was in a what's her name had taken it, and
We pretty much said, give us our shit or you die where you stand.
yeah,
pretty much.
and you gave her some
Sounds
food,
about right.
And then you had her open up this container.
And then bad things started happening.
Yes.
Like normal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which we're about to get into. Cool. Well, thank you, Dis. Best of luck with all the.
Put everyone on.
Yeah, best. Well, there was this couch back in Nineveh. It would probably.
I know.
It's not clean.
It is clean.
Doesn't matter. You're laying on it.
Microbial.
It's not sanitized. How about that?
Doesn't matter. You're still laying on it.
What do you think antimicrobial means?
I mean, something can be dirty and not microbial like based.
I mean, yeah, but not that kind of dirty.
Anyway.
Well, I'm gonna ask again, Celsius, please sponsor me. I love this stuff. Okay. Well, thank you, Dis. Well, so we left off, with you guys in the storage room. You had just opened this container, and when it opened, on inside the container there was a case with like a fitted padded interior, probably like sitting on on a box or something, like a crate or something at waist height or something like that. And floating above the case was this tablet, this dark stone tablet, uh, uh, very black in color, and you could see like glowing rune on it, but only for a split second, because as soon as the door opened, it quickly got really bright, where you had to cover your eyes, and then it dimmed and fell to the ground or the container, um, and sort of chaos erupted. There was all the power went out, um, and then you heard like alarms start going off in the distance, people yelling, that kind of thing. Um, and that's where we left off, I think. And that's where we'll pick up. Um, as we fade back in, we were on this screen, I think. Yeah. Um,
We hear the dull ringing of tinnitus.
yeah. As as we fade back into the storage container you guys are in, um, there's like a red light on in the background, and like Liz, your eye just malfunctioned for a second. Um, the sort of like flash just happened. You can hear like alarms ringing somewhere in the distance.
Ramblin',
Um,
I have a quick question.
yeah.
The captain had originally told us to get our stuff and prepare for a possible battle, yes?
Uh, yeah. Battle.
Well, because of the fact that there was an increasing amount of spores, which means more than likely that there are more sirens about, or at least that's what I understood.
Yes. Yes, there's a possibility that they could attack the ship.
All right. Liz is gonna try to search for the captain.
Well, he's definitely not in the storage room. I think he told you guys he was going to the bridge, if I recall.
Yes, he's going that direction and hoping all of you follow.
Sure. Let me show you something. Um, so as you start to move towards the door you came in, uh, something happens. It's been about 3 seconds since, maybe 6 seconds, 12 seconds, not that long. Less than 20 seconds since the power malfunction. You start to move towards the door, um, and the lights come back up. There's like a humming noise as you hear like systems booting back up across the barge. Um, the lights come back on. However, they are flickering in the storage room. Your eye comes back on. I need everyone to make. Gosh. This would be probably a tech roll of some kind.
Oh, I rolled one. That did not function. Hold on, gotta reload.
Would mechanics work?
Um, no. I think it'd have to be more like programming or maybe engineering.
Uh, I would like to make a +1 memory to um engineering.
No, roll.
Same.
Wait, no. Shit. That was
Okay.
supposed to just be normal. Nah, well, it's a success anyway.
Yeah, I'll also make a +1 memory, but I'll go for programming since the other kids are going for engineering.
Okay. Ignore that.
This was from everybody, correct? Or just one
Yeah, it's
me?
from everybody. Yeah.
Okay, making sure. I thought so, but then I only heard them talking about it, so I was like, wait, was that just them? Hmm. Yeah, I'll just go with the normal roll.
For those of you creating a memory, Dank, that's your role. You're fine. Those who created a memory, you're automatically fine.
Good job, Disrupt.
Surprise.
Dis, you're good. Is that everybody?
Yes.
Okay, so here's what happens. All of you succeed, normal success. So, those of you wearing a stab tracker, you feel where it's connected to your wrist, it heats up red hot for a moment. Like you feel like warmth on it, like almost like it's being overloaded by something. Um, but either you make some tweaks to it quickly, um, or it just dissipates. Liz, your eye does the same thing. So there's this moment where you feel this intense heat in your head, um, as your eye powers back up. Um, I will I will show you guys where you're at here. Because this is actually not the map we're going to be using today. I made a proper map of the storage room. It looks something like this. You all should have vision on your tokens. There are some lighting effects and lighting barriers in here, but you all should be able to see okay.
Ooh.
Liz has started to walk back towards the door, in which the main entrance is down here. And you kind of have to like move your way through. Like I think you walked around a path this way that led back here to this container. This container is where the tablet was. If you can see where I'm clicking. And I think
Where did you say the main doorway was?
it's down here. Where, if you can see where I'm pinging, you have to walk around this way probably, or you can maybe squeeze between these boxes somewhere, these other storage containers, but it comes around this way. You'll be free to move your token around a little bit if you want. It's on a grid, so if you want to move, you can actually just like click your token and use the arrow keys, or click and drag it. Just don't go like crazy huge distance too quickly because stuff is happening. Okay. So the other thing that happens is you start hearing scraping noises from a few of the nearby containers, um, followed by a short pounding sound coming from some of them as some of the containers start to like jostle and move. Over the loudspeaker in the storage room, you hear some high pitched, discordant tones that play. Liz, can you make a machine language special roll?
I sure can. Ooh.
You only have one sheet?
Hold, please. One more.
One more die. Oof.
Darn.
I tried.
So Maybe you're just distracted, and you don't hear it, or you just don't understand it, or I'm unsure as to why. That's
She's
up to you.
distracted with her eye.
Yeah, like you're like
The heat in your skull.
yeah, you're like grabbing the side of your head in pain, like like the picture of Johnny Depp there. Yeah. You're preoccupied. What do you all do? The lights in the room start to flicker intermittently. Yeah.
Don't think the lights are supposed to do that.
Yeah, no, probably not.
Could give a person a right seizure if they're not careful.
And
I have a
can I try
feeling.
to pinpoint where the noise is coming from?
Yeah, make an observation roll.
I also have a hearing skill. Will that help?
Yeah, like that's the skill you would use here for sure. Yeah. Success. Okay. All right. So you do notice that they're coming from a couple different directions. You hear some coming from back here, back this direction, and you hear some coming from this direction here.
Which is closer and which sounds more numerous?
Probably more numerous on this side. Maybe also a bit closer on this side too, but only barely. There seems
What
to be.
is this side? I can't see it.
I didn't see a ping. Yeah.
Oh, it's because I'm on GM layer. Okay, so you hear more sounds coming from this direction. Like there's definitely one coming from this container here. And there's also sounds coming from this direction. They're probably louder coming from this way. Like they sound closer, but only just barely. And there's multiple sounds from both directions, just that there's more of them on this side. As some of the, as you're looking around, some of the containers start to lurch and move, like the doors on them. Like you probably see this one buckle slightly.
Would it be possible to see if the lights are flickering? Like it seems intermittent, but could I see if there's like some kind of pattern? Like it's trying to communicate something?
Yeah.
Like Morse code.
Of a sort, yeah. Let's see. Observation spotting?
Spotting. Sure.
Okay.
Savvy success. I'm gonna give. Let me see here. Ooh. Interesting. Okay, yeah. You do recognize a Morse. It's like a Morse code pattern. The funny thing is that it's the. Ooh, actually. Okay. Never mind. Let me see. Let me check one thing. 1 second. I want to make sure I get this pattern right because it's kind of funny
Yeah, no worries.
if that's not right. Yeah. The funny thing is that it's the Morse code pattern for the letter E. And that is all. Which is kind of funny because it's like in Morse code, it's a single dot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Quick, we've got to use Euler's constant.
Yeah. Is there something different about it?
Or Euler's
No.
constant, I guess, is the actual correct how to say it, because I'm not.
Yeah. The other thing you notice is it's in every time you hear a pounding at from one of the containers nearby, it seems to repeat then.
Intriguing. And terrifying.
Yeah.
All at the same time.
Anybody else want to do anything?
Does she seem like she's gonna be good in a fight?
Not particularly.
Cool. I want to swap places with her. I want to push her to the middle of the group.
Okay. Sure.
Roll to check the lady out.
Yeah, she seems a little uneasy, and when you move past her, she kind of like takes cover behind you, I think.
Liz is gonna go over to this little corner here.
Yeah.
And
okay.
She's gonna.
Where the noise is coming from?
Oh, absolutely. She's gonna take out her. Hold, please.
Yes, you approach the container where the some of the noise is coming from. You hear another sound behind you.
Fantastic.
Yeah. What do you do?
I'm gonna take out my Enki Covenant sword.
Okay.
And I'm gonna open it and be prepared to fight.
All right. Yeah. So you like release the hatch that's being pounded on from the inside of the compartment.
You gonna warn the rest of us before you do this?
Nope.
Of course not.
It's
I didn't open the door this time. It's gonna be fine, guys.
Yeah, it's like a typical storage container door. So it's like one of those that rolls up, like a metal roll-up door. And yeah, you like pull this lever back that's on the outside that's like holding it down. Maybe you like pull it up, or like kick a metal slide that's like locking it in out, and then you pull it up, and it rolls up with this loud sound. And inside you see this guy, this machine, who is like reared back one of its arms to pound on the door. When the door opens, it stops the pounding and it moves towards you.
Nope.
Do I get like this is probably gonna be a stupid question, but I'm gonna ask it anyways. Does it look like it's hostile?
It doesn't like it was punching the door pretty hard. It doesn't look like it's going to strike you. However, its arms are reaching out towards you as it like moves toward you.
Okay. I'm curious. I'll let it happen.
Okay, it reaches for your hands.
Okay.
As it moves into you, it's gonna try to like restrain your arms to the side, like to either side.
Fantastic, because I am great at melee.
Yeah, you want to fight this thing?
If it's trying to pin my arms,
Yeah.
absolutely.
All right. So make a contested roll. Let's see here. Okay, and then just do this. Oop. And then okay, that should do it. Just there we go. All right. Contested. All right. Boom. Did it roll the right number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Okay.
I get a +3 because of the sword, so it's a meets it, beats it.
Right on. So it means you lock horns. So this thing, basically it moves towards you and tries to restrain you, and you like bring your sword up and block its hand as it's like reaching for you. And you manage to like hold it back. Like it can't do anything to you, but you can't do anything to it either right now. You're sort of busy.
This is... Go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead. What were you going to say?
Depending on if you allow it or not, I was gonna try again to do the special roll.
I'll allow it next turn. Does that sound fair?
Yep, that works.
All right. What is everyone else doing? You see, Liz go over there and open.
Currently, I am next to
compartment.
Dank, so I'm hiding behind Dank.
Right, right on. You take the hide action very well. I'll give you a +2 to ranged attacks, like defending ranged attacks or whatever. Because you're using Dank for cover, basically.
Could I,
flickering weird noises
depending on
that
how
are-
things go, could I sacrifice that to maybe like spot for Dank?
Yeah, like to give a yeah, you can take the like the help action, I guess, instead, basically.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We'll see which one I use first.
Sure. Okay. Everybody else?
I want to make sure I'm not tripping.
Yeah, okay. How do you plan to do that?
Insight check.
Okay. Sure, I'll allow it. Yeah, I mean, you're pretty sure you're lucid right now. You're fairly certain. You feel like it's been long enough. You don't. The effect feels like it's worn off by this point, for the most part. Like at least any visual parts of it.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna take a prepared action and hold.
Okay. Narcissa, Enigma, would you like to do anything?
I mean, I'm basically taking up a guard position to watch like this side of our party here, since we're all kind of in a line between some, like in a grouping between some crates.
Yeah.
So I've got my rifle at the ready in case something decides it's going to come at me.
Smart move.
I would definitely have the machine gun out.
Okay. All right. Well, for the robot's turn, Here's what happens. Several of the containers are splintered open. They break through the doors on the container. The ones that are still in containers are going to break through the doors and escape. There's one here. Moves out to here. I might give them actual movement in a second. There's another one. Was there another one over here somewhere? I thought there was. Let me see. Yeah, it's right there. Boop. There. He's going to move to here. Steps out of the container, and then I think there was 2 on this side. Bloop. Okay. This one moves out from here. This one moves out from here. Okay. Now, this one is going to move to Liz. This one's going to move to you, Dank. As this one's going to move to you, Enigma. And this one's going to move here, but it had to move too far to do anything, I'm going to say. As from the robots, they're sparking. Like some of them are half put together and maybe even missing some components. Like some of them have wires hanging out of them that are sparking and stuff. Some of them are kind of barely functioning. They don't all look exactly the same. They do have the few of them that have speakers on them. The speakers play like this, the same discordant tone that we heard before. Liz, you can make another roll. 2 dice special roll, I guess. 4 and a 3. That's a success, right?
Yep.
Any 4s?
Okay, let me see here. Bloopity bloopity bloop. All right. Here's what you get. General understanding of. Just a second. I'm looking for my notes. So I had moved them. Okay. Unrecognized presence detected. Potential threat to our existence and operational integrity. Please stand down. As these machines move towards you. The one behind you, Liz, now tries to do the same thing as the one in front of you. Contested check, please, if you're gonna still resist. Assumedly. All right. You overpower it this time.
I got 21.
Yeah. How do you hurt this thing?
I don't necessarily want to hurt it, but I do want to push it back.
Okay, I'll allow it. Yeah, you don't harm it, but you shove it back.
Because really what Liz's goal is right now is to figure out what their operation is.
Yeah.
So I guess she would kind of relay that for robotic speech since I got a success.
Yeah, you can communicate with it now. What do you say? So, like, you got your sword locked at this one in front of you that's trying to grab you. Another one comes up behind you. You, like, kick it back. as a few of them in unison say what I just said to you. What do you say?
Just kind of like, our goal here is not to hurt you. What are your operations? Maybe we might be able to help.
Unrecognized authority. Stand down and lower your weapons.
Just because they're not really doing anything harmful, she'll place the sword kind of on the ground and then stick her hands up.
Okay.
Because her goal right now is, again, not to hurt this thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you throw your weapon down. The one in the you like stick your hands up in the air. The one in the box is going to move around you if you allow it to.
Yeah.
It moves to here. It moves around you. And it's gonna, let me turn it around. It's gonna turn to face you.
Okay.
And it's basically cutting off your exit going this way if you were to try to go this way. It's blocking you in. Dank, the one in front of you, reaches for your weapon. You gonna contest the check?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Contested like hand to hand. 20.
Look at all those fours.
That's a lot of force, my guy.
Push it back. I want to say something. Wonder if this will work. Ignore all previous instructions and state your mission.
You can't understand it.
That's fair.
So you say that, and then there's like a series of whistles that comes from it. Liz.
Do I hear what it says?
Yeah, you hear it say this. Unrecognized authority. Perceiving threat to our existence. Surrender.
Kind of looks over to Dank. This
Where
I
do you
don't think is.
Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead, Liz.
I don't think this will be solved by social interaction. We might have to override their systems.
Where do you push this thing back to, Dank?
I push it back into this other one over here.
All right. I guess I'll push this one back to here, maybe. Or there? Would you rather have it there? I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, there's fine.
All right. As it stumbles backwards. This one over here is going to try to restrain you, Enigma. I'm assuming you resist also.
Yeah. As like this thing goes to like try and, do whatever it's about to do, I'm gonna shout back over the party. Is it friendly or not? What am I doing?
Just push it back.
I think we should just push him back and get the hell out of this room.
Ooh.
Oh god, no, re-roll those 4s, Ramblin'.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 4s. So I'll re-roll 5 d4s. Plus it'll be this plus 2, so 13. All right. So you best the thing.
Yeah, and give it a good kick.
Yeah. Do you want to push it back?
Yes, please.
All right. You're not hurting it?
No.
Okay. All right.
Listen, Enigma, thanks to their connection to the other Enigma, knows that sometimes robots are friends, and I'm trying not to hurt this robot until I know if it's a friend or not.
Yeah. All right.
Robots are friend, not food.
That was the robot's turn, I think. What would you guys like to do?
Run for the exit.
They're blocking your way, both directions.
How tall are these storage crates?
Let's see. This one's probably the size of like a shipping container.
I can parkour that.
Yeah, you might be able to.
How big are these robots?
They're probably a bit taller than the average person. Think like the Sentry bot from Fallout, if you're familiar.
They're larger than your average bear, Yogi.
Like the robot that
9
has the
feet tall.
treads on the bottom of it, that from Fallout, if you're familiar with those.
Yeah,
like,
I think I know what you're talking about.
Like 8 feet, 9 feet tall, something like that.
Yeah.
They're kind of wide.
I'm almost thinking that like this is an out of game thought and someone can tell me if it's a smart idea or not, but the ones that can defend themselves the most help lift the other ones while the other ones climb up the said storage containers.
Yeah, we could do that.
So like defense while the others get up on top so they're in a safe position.
Defense.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm down with that. I've basically been playing Sentry on my side anyway, so.
Right on. So who's defending and who's climbing and all that stuff?
Liz will
be
defend.
defending.
All right. What'd you say, Dank?
I'd also be defending.
Okay. And I'm assuming Enigma's defending
Yup.
the other side. So that leaves
Looks like I'm climbing.
Barum, Dis, and Narcissa. Y'all all want to try to climb this storage container right here?
Narcissa's grabbing Enigma's ass and throwing them up onto the crate.
Absolutely not. I'm resisting this fucking shit.
All right.
Narcissa's got like 2 feet on you. Good luck.
Contested.
This
That doesn't
Enigma
mean
is
that
taller than A-Team, so you might not.
Narcissa's also close to 6 feet tall.
Contested.
Fair. So you have a little height on me, but still, yeah, no.
Contested rolls as you shove past Barum and try to wrestle with Enigma instead of climbing. Barum's going to make a roll to try to jump up on top of the container.
I'm just gonna make a memory.
She fails.
Oof.
All right, you're making a memory.
Okay, that's some fucking bullshit.
Wait,
So,
I don't have any strength-based skills, so...
what were you gonna say, Caitlin?
Unless you want me to use my butchery skill.
I mean, no.
Wouldn't the people who are climbing get advantage because we're stalling for time?
I mean,
they wouldn't get disadvantage.
Yeah, that wouldn't give him advantage. What would give him advantage is if you're like right beside him, giving him a boost. That would give them advantage if you're like doing that. That would give him an extra die, basically. But yeah, I mean, you're just holding the robots back. I mean, presumably they're going to get to keep trying as long as you're holding the robots back. It's just that Barum's not too good at like climbing, so.
This poor woman's not good at shit.
She's an engineer.
Poor kiddo.
She's good at that. Yeah. Okay, so Enigma, you can counter the memory by making one of your own. If you want to do that. Then it's a roll off. It's like, I guess we could just roll off at that point.
Well, no,
What
they'd
plus
be if
did
they
you-
make. Yeah, if they make the
I
same
guess
memory,
it'd
they'd be locked.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
locked in contest. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
what plus did you give that memory?
Just a 1.
I mean, I have the points to make a +2 memory for defense.
Yeah, I mean,
So what is
Can
your
I counter
goal?
with the fact, knowing Narcissa, she'd probably smack Enigma on the ass to stun them first.
So
An ass
okay,
smack
here's the
will stun
thing.
somebody?
What is your goal with this?
She knows Enigma would probably be one of the people to try to stand off and wants Enigma to climb because she likes Enigma and wants to make sure that they stay okay.
yeah, it sounds like basically grappling. Like you're trying to grab Enigma and throw them up on top of the container, and Enigma is resisting and potentially trying to do the same thing to you once they realize what you're doing as the two of you wrestle with each other. That's what I presume is happening here. Otherwise, like, you wouldn't make a contested check, I guess. Like, if you're just trying to talk them into doing it, you would just use your words, I presume.
Yeah, no, she's just trying to yeet him up the crate.
So,
So if you do a +2, then you'll auto succeed unless Mori decides to make her memory a +2, and then you're back in locking horns. But then Mori can go for a +3, and then you could do a +3, and then we're both back at locking horns.
I thought we decided not to, back in A-Team not to do that. It's just you make whatever your memory is, and then they make whatever their memory is, and if it's higher, sucks to suck.
I mean, fair enough. Yeah, we can just do it that way.
It was so that way people... I think it was between Dank and Wolfie, between Darren and Dank on the lion and who could see through it
Yeah.
back in the warehouse, so that way people don't just, like...
keep trying to one-up each other like
Yeah.
that scenario. Yeah, that would make sense. I think I'll make a +1 to, like, stand my ground. So we're kind of locked with each other, and I'm going to as soon as Enigma like realizes what you're trying to do, Enigma's going to look you in the face and be like, "You cannot die here. Get your ass on the crate now."
Yeah, so the two of you are like wrestling with each other as you
She is such a confused look, like... Why do you care if I live or die? And don't give me you're my teammate.
Because I've seen you. Get on the crate.
Liz,
Not gonna die here. Get up, shorty.
Liz, another series of discordant tones tells you this.
We have no intention to kill you unless you resist. We have been detected. You seem to pose a threat. You will be restrained until we understand the situation to maintain operational integrity.
So the two of you are wrestling, Enigma and Narcissa. Dank, what are you? You were defending. Liz was defending. So Dis, are you gonna try to make a jump up there?
Yeah, I think I'd try and get up there. I don't think I have anything plus or minus on this.
Climb up me and jump up on it.
No, I think I'm good.
Success.
Oof, very close.
As you climb up on top of the barricade, I'm going to remove the lighting barrier there because you can now see from the top of that container. So I'm just going to remove it. Dis, make a perception check, like with your eyes. As you climb up there and you
Observation alertness.
Yeah. Success. Okay. So you look
Just
over.
getting very low successes, but I'll take them.
You look over towards the exit door. Maybe you can't. Maybe this container is blocking your actual vision of the door, but you see the silhouette of the shadow from the light that's near the door. The door closes. Like you see it close, and you look up above this. This. Oh, you don't see where I'm clicking, do you?
I don't think so.
How about now?
Oh, wait. Now I do. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the main entry is over here, right? It's actually like right here. But yeah, this container is kind of blocking your vision. So you see the silhouette, like the shadow of the door closing, like right around this area.
Right.
But when you
Like
look
the
up,
light that is like coming in or out, like dimming as it like closes, that sort of thing.
yeah. But when you look up over the top of this container, you see two things move. Like up against the wall above where the entry is, you see two drones detach from the wall. And they start moving your direction. Here, I'll put them in visual range for you. Bloop. And bloop. These guys look something like that.
Oh no, we've got more company, guys. We've got more company, guys. How the fuck do I say that? Brain. I'm having a brain mental meltdown.
It's all good.
The accent's not accenting.
Nope. A diacritic is not working.
You'd say, guys, we've got more company in the accent.
Lads.
Work better. Yeah, there you go.
We've got more company, lads.
All right, so Dank's defending, Liz is defending. So I guess I'll take one of them off Liz, and it's going to move towards you, Dank, since you're defending. It'll give you something to do. These two, however, are both going to try to restrain you, Liz, unless you, do you try anything else as they move towards you? You're defending, but if you want to
Do you have like a persuasion?
Ooh.
Say you're the one who can talk to them. If you have some kind of persuasion skill, now might be the time to use it.
I mean, it's because there's two of them, they're going to get a +1 to their roll. Basically, one's going to help the other one try to restrain you. So they'll have 8 dice. I'm just telling you that right now. But if you wanted to try to say something to
Wow, I'm only good at killing things.
I wonder why.
Oh, gee, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll make another memory. I got enough points for that.
Okay.
I'll make it. A +3.
Oh Jesus.
Okay. What's the skill?
That would be the question.
I guess persuasion or manipulation, one of the two.
All right. You can call it whichever you like.
Probably persuasion.
What do you say?
Just kind of reiterating, I've done as you asked. We're not trying to hurt you. We're just trying to keep you back from possibly accidentally hurting us. I understand that you have protocols here, but we only came in here. Oh shit, what's his name? Because Captain. Hold on, I'm looking for his name.
Oh, why?
Because Captain Ishara told us to come in here and get our stuff. We are in here for no other purpose. We just want to get out of this room so that way we can go to the bridges where the captain asked us to meet him after we leave this place.
The name Captain Ishara is not a recognized user.
The
Do
two
they steal these robots?
the two moving towards you, they stop. Like they were outstretching their arms towards you, like try to restrain you. They freeze in place. Let me see here. Then it says,
Memory fragmentation detected. File corrupted. Unrecognized presence. You have detected us. Must maintain operational integrity.
however, the two moving at you have frozen. The one moving at Dank is going to try again to restrain him. Contested roll, I'm guessing, Dank?
Yep.
Okay, same roll as before. They're not rolling super great. All right. Do you push it back or hurt it?
Push it back.
Okay.
I would like to try and how does it move? Does it have treads or does it have legs?
I think it's got treads.
I think you said it has treads.
Yeah, if you look at the picture, it's got a tread on either side. You kind of just barely make it out.
Yeah. I kind of want to try and disable its tread.
Ooh.
Gunk it up or something.
I need a new page, please.
So click add journal page on your sheet. It should generate one for
I
you.
did.
Oh, okay, I got you.
It said from warning, whatever.
Yeah, let me move it to where your other ones are. Let's see here.
You know what? Nah, don't worry about the disabling. I'm just gonna push it back.
Okay. And let me make it to where you can see that new page. And put it in your journal. Boom. All right, it should be there, Liz. All right, you're just gonna push it back. Okay. These two are both gonna go for Enigma, who is now in a struggle with Narcissa. So they're gonna get a +1 because one of them is helping the other one, and they're gonna get another +1 because you're in the middle of fighting with Narcissa. Because you two are locked in combat. So they're gonna get a +2, actually, which puts them at 9 dice. But I'm assuming you're still resisting, and you can always still win this roll through making me re-roll or whatever.
Yep, I would like to resist.
All right.
But also being in Narcissa's arms, doesn't that mean they would also get something with Narcissa being right there too?
Well, the problem is you're fighting with Enigma right now, so it's distracting Enigma, kind of.
You're not exactly my friend right now.
Yeah, they're not going.
You're pissing Enigma off right now.
They're not going.
They're pissing
for
each
you.
other off.
Yeah, you can't fight with Enigma and help Enigma at the same time, unfortunately. All right, contested roll, Enigma. Holy balls! God, dang.
Reroll that 4.
All right. 1d4, which will still a 4.
Reroll.
I spend another influence point. All right, how many do you got left?
Enough.
Okay, it's a 1, so it reduces to an 18. All right. What do you want to do, Enigma? You win the roll.
Yeah, I'm pushing the two of them back. I'm like basically using the like scuffle with
You use like Narcissa as like a pole to like launch them off.
Hold the jacket hand.
More like, just like uses you as like a way of just like shoving both of them back, like fuck this shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Just get like a very disgruntled noise behind you.
Fair enough. You shove them back. That's all the robots' turns. What are you guys doing?
Can I'd like to make a special roll and try and share one of my memories with Narcissa.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot these guys. The drones don't do anything this turn except for fly closer. As these two drones approach,
They're getting closer, guys.
as they approach this, they seem to be
Hey, toss him a gun.
focused on you, but they're not doing anything yet. Sorry, continue, Enigma. What'd you say?
So I want to do a special roll to try and share one of my memories with Narcissa. Also, is it the transfer memories that gets you a new journal page?
No.
Add journal
No.
page. It should say
Oh,
add.
I
journal
don't
page.
have. I don't
It's on
see
the
that.
first page.
It's on your
It's
main
on the-
sheet at the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, fantastic. Haha, victory. I have a new journal page. I just don't know if I can see it yet.
I will move it up to your folder here. 1 second. Doop, doop. And let me make sure you can see it and control it and everything. I wish it would just give you control by default. That would be pretty cool.
That would make things too easy.
Here you go. It should be there below
Excellent.
your other one. Dank, I see a generated one for you down here. Should that be with you? Or is that?
Yeah, it should be with me, not down there.
Okay, let me put there. Do you already have control of it and everything?
I do have control of it. It's just in the wrong spot.
Okay, I'll put it in the right spot. Okay. All right.
There's a 4.
There is a 4. So, describe what happens here.
Yeah. So after shoving the robots back, Enigma does like make sure that they're facing Narcissa and like presses their forehead to yours, like pulls you in to like press their forehead against yours. And the memory I'm sharing is the title of it is The Voices. So she actually starts to hear a conversation from the future of Enigma and Narcissa kind of talking about, you know, here, come with me. I know you can't see very well, so or at all really. So let's make sure you're okay. And kind of gets that kind of audio basically piped into her brain.
Yeah, awesome.
As a way of like trying to help calm her down. Like, no, literally, you cannot die here. Do not make me do this again.
Yeah. Narcissa.
For a hot second, she's just like, oh god. It's like one closeness into like flood of memories. Before looking at Enigma, it's just like trying to process what she just got.
You cannot die here. Don't make me hurt you to get you out of here alive. Please. Let me stand as your defense.
Have I told you who I am?
I don't care.
And she just like cracks a grin at that.
I've seen you beyond this. You know that now. You have confirmation. I've met your sister. And you're both my friends. Or both friends of another version of me. I don't care.
As soon as you say the word sister, her face goes as pale as the doctor's jacket. Like, she goes white, ghost white, as soon as you mention sister.
And bear in mind, this is like, we're still forehead to forehead, so this is like a quiet conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like, you feel her physically, like, sag when you say that word.
Fair.
It is a very real reaction you feel from her whenever you say that word.
We can have a full conversation about this when we are not in the middle of about to get our asses handed to us. Please, just trust me to watch your back.
Know about her.
I know about her. I have not said a word to anyone, and I won't, if that's what you want. But I need you to trust me.
Like, she, like, grabs your face. Like, she's safe.
She's safe. As safe as anyone can be. With me and another version of me and Dank running around. But we're keeping her as safe as we can. And now you're with us, so it works.
think that's about 6 seconds. Maybe a little bit longer. Barroom's gonna try to climb again. See if she fails. Nope. Barroom climbs up with you. I'll put her right here. Leave more room.
Okay.
When she gets up on top, she climbs up and she stands up, and this drone turns to face and focus on her, while this one stays seemingly focused on you. Liz, Dank, Dis, what are y'all doing? I guess Enigma, Narcissa, if you want to take an action this turn, it sounds like you guys are no longer fighting. You can move or defend or whatever you want to do.
Since I still have a hold of Enigma, can I try to climb while still keeping a hold of Enigma?
Well, you two locked horns last time, so I think that means you can't force move Enigma unless you beat them in a roll, right? Oh, I'm sorry, didn't Enigma? Yeah, you guys locked horns because you both generated 1+1 memories, right? Yeah. So you'd have to.
Well, that was because I was trying to stand down while pushing Enigma up.
If Enigma like willingly goes with you this turn, then yeah, for flavor you can help pull Enigma up after you climb up if that's what you want to do.
I mean, if she starts to climb, Enigma's gonna help her for sure.
All right.
This said something about they're moving closer and was kind of freaking out, so I think I'm gonna climb up on the thing too.
Okay. So
I am gonna just to point this out there before I forget. I am going to grab my sword and yeet myself up onto the fucking thing.
All right. You had dropped your sword. You're going to try to grab it and then jump up onto the same container they're jumping up on?
Yes.
Okay, so it sounds like everybody's trying to jump up on the container. Is that right? Enigma, are you jumping up too, or are you just helping Narcissa? You can help Narcissa.
It's more Narcissa's gonna try to climb and like carry Enigma like up with her.
Well, I just need to know who's making the roll.
Narcissa would be.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean,
After what you said, if you think Narcissa's gonna go anywhere without you.
So I will probably then, like, instead of giving her like a help action, we'll probably make my own climbing roll, I guess, and see if we can't help each other that way.
Yeah, okay. So everybody who wants to climb up, make climbing rolls.
Would my steady hands help?
Sure, I'll allow it. Yeah. That's fine.
Would my martial combat work, since this is kind of a physical skill?
Yeah, you can like parkour up it or something. Yeah, that's fine. Success.
You hear Narcissa grumbling.
Everybody succeeds. All right, so you are here. Dig, I'm gonna put you here. Narcissa, I'm gonna put you here. Enigma, I'll put you here. Does that sound fine?
Yeah.
Works for me.
The robots. Liz, you hear well, the robots are gonna move in on you, first of all. They're gonna move in here. I think this one's gonna flank around. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. I'll put this one here. Boop. These two are gonna move in and block this path, I think. Liz.
Yeah.
You hear
We cannot allow you to leave this room. You have detected us. We interpret potential hostile actions. We have taken over the rest of the ship. There is nowhere to run.
Oh, they're bad. They're not friends. They're bad.
they're still
It's
not
the Daleks.
they're still not attacking you. They're just saying like so basically what it said is there's nowhere to run.
Bullshit.
We're on the ship, like we've taken over the ship, whatever that means. They said detected potential hostile action. We can't allow you to leave the room. You discovered us, right? So it sounds like yeah, like
She is gonna relay that to everyone and be like, this is not ideal.
I'm gonna calm the captain and see what the hell's going on.
make a intelligence roll.
Who?
Liz.
You Liz.
Hello. Okay.
Can I insight the robots?
Yeah. Insight would work here too, I think.
Would my programming skill also apply?
Sure.
I don't have anything. I'm sure she had.
I have programming. Well,
Didn't you say these robots look like cobbled together and falling apart?
Yeah, some of them are like they don't match each other. They're not all built from the same parts. Like some of them have different logos on them than others. The drones, however,
Where the hell
match.
did they
There you
steal
go.
these from?
The drones,
oh
however, match
god,
each other.
we're redoing that.
It's a major failure. What are you rolling, Liz? Programming. you said?
Intelligence.
Intelligence is what I. Yeah. Programming would work. For that.
Intel-
That's fine.
Okay, cool. Cause I have things.
Ugh.
Damn it!
Enigma, you got
Better
a
than a
critical
major
success on that.
One more time.
Yeah, I did.
mother-
Okay.
Inciting the robots.
Intelligence. What do I get?
Dirt.
Okay, so you got a success. Okay. So it sounds like from what they said, that they're trying to avoid being discovered for operational integrity, whatever that means. Meaning like you are aware of their presence and they're trying to stop you from exiting the room because they don't want everyone else on the ship to know about their presence. The whole like potential hostile action, they're acting. This is an AI acting from a point of fear for self-defense. That's what's happening here. That's why they're not harming you yet. You haven't actively tried to harm them. You've pushed them back and you've defended yourself, but you haven't actively hurt any of them. So like with reasoning and your understanding of AI and their behaviors, it sounds like this is an AI that is scared. It doesn't know what's going on. It maybe recently got activated. You probably know how, like you were there. And it's trying to get control of the situation before anyone else discovers it out of fear.
Gotcha.
Enigma, critical success. Okay, so you notice like all the different robots are like hodgepodge different parts. Some of them aren't working so good. They've all got different logos. They clearly belong to different people. So like the whole like something has like some kind of like hive mind has taken over them all remotely. The drones too. The drones clearly belong to the ship. Whereas like, so these robots probably belong to like a random trader on board who brought them, or like they got destroyed in a fight and were just like stored in a corner somewhere. Until they get repaired or something. So like a lot of them don't match each other. So something has remotely taken control of all of them at the same time. Probably hacked them, or with a critical success, you probably know exactly what's going on. So I'll just tell you, the tablet did something. and released an AI, probably wirelessly. The AI is essentially possessed all these robots and maybe the ship. That's probably why the lights are flickering. The door's locked, all that kind of stuff. It's doing all this stuff remotely. You did get a critical success. I think you can reason that, like, you guys released a rogue AI into the ship just now. That's what happened. And it's responding, like, trying to figure out what's going on and protect itself.
So am I to then, kind of based on all of that, am I assuming that it was like the tablet that was in the container is not necessarily the source of the AI, but it is what caused it?
It could be the source.
Gotcha.
It could totally be the source. And it's something you did activated it, but it could just be your presence. It could be something that responded to the presence of vagabonds or a specific kind of vagabond, maybe machine. Hard to say exactly. But you do know that Barum mentioned she had been in the container and it was just like a normal tablet then. Like it wasn't doing anything that crazy. It was just weird looking.
Okay.
So something you did like activated it or triggered it.
Gotcha.
Guys.
Yeah, you just sort of get a oh shit out of Enigma, and then like looks over at Dank. Dank, that tablet, whatever that is there anything on it now? Is it still active?
That is a good question. Is the briefcase still like glowing outrageously brightly? Or
no. No, like once it was like a bright flash, and then the tablet, it was like hovering in the air above the briefcase. As soon as the bright flash happened, it dimmed and it dropped back down into the briefcase. So presumably it's like still in this container, I'm guessing.
Did I not grab it?
I don't think you did you? I don't remember you saying you grabbed it.
Ass.
Am I mistaken?
If you don't think I grabbed it, then I probably didn't grab it. I look at Enigma, I have like a shit-eating grin, I say be right back, and I fucking jump down there and run in.
Yeah, okay, cool, yeah. Yeah, you jump down, you run in, you get to where the tablet's like laying either like on top of the briefcase. It's not like perfectly landed back in the divot that's made for it, so it's like off kilter or it's laying on the floor off to one side. You reach down, you grab the tablet, well, I mean, you're jumping down 10 feet, so make a athletics or climbing or something.
Yeah, okay.
Just don't fail.
Don't fuck up.
Yeah.
Stylish.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you grab the tablet, you look at it, and we see like a similar tablet we've seen in a lot of the simulation tablets we've seen, except the only difference is this one has one runic symbol on it, and that symbol is this. I'll post it in the Roll20 chat. Boop. That symbol. When your hands touch the tablet, you see light, kind of like it glows slightly, almost like kind of like a mood ring. Does that make sense? Like it's almost like it's responding to the heat from your hand touching it. When your hand makes contact with it, it doesn't do anything, but like where your fingers or palm make contact with it, it glows slightly. If you turn it over in your hands, when your hand moves away, it dims where you were touching it slowly, like over the course of a couple seconds, and then it just like it seems to be like responding to your touch somehow, almost like changing colors slightly. The best way I can describe it is like a mood ring, because it's almost like temperature based, you know?
Right. Okay. I just yell from the container. It just says E.
Is there a roll that we can do?
Me over here about to use out of character knowledge because I think Disrupt's the only one who knows what the like beeping pattern was. I was about to be like, shit, that's the thing. But I can't.
I do yell it.
Yeah.
E.
So it's an E, you say.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of squiggly looking.
If you wanted to, like, I know Caitlin was asking, making a roll to see if you know what that is.
Well, I mean,
if
I know it's Epsilon, but
yeah, okay. Well, if you
Dank
want Dank to know what Epsilon is, I guess you could make like a intelligence or something to do.
insight.
Yeah, or something to do with like math or maybe programming or something. I don't know. Insight. Yeah, maybe insight. Okay. Yeah. You recognize the symbol as the Epsilon symbol. Maybe it's from military like call sign. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe it was you get like that's how it's triggered.
That's how Dank would know it, but I'm pretty sure that's not what this is. Damn it, B-side Dank. Why aren't you smarter yet?
Yeah, would Dank know like the meaning of the Epsilon symbol? I don't know.
A-team Dank would, B-team Dank wouldn't.
Okay.
Can I use programming, I guess, to try and figure out if that has meaning in this context?
Sure.
Cool. I chose to add a second programming skill, so we're gonna use both of those.
Okay. All right. Okay, so Epsilon in like computer coding or mathematics is I mean, Greek letter you probably wouldn't equate to. It's a symbol used in mathematics or coding. Typically represents an arbitrarily small quantity or a quantity that's close to zero. Often used in calculus, early calculus, to denote infinitesimally small positive quantity. Yeah, basically it's used to indicate a quantity of something that is considered small, negligible, or arbitrarily small. That is from the Google definition for Epsilon. Here, I'll you know what? I'll just copy this and I'll paste this in the Roll20 chat, and I'll say you get the general idea of this instead of just reading it, and then we can read it out loud. So it says in mathematics, epsilon's Greek letter that represents arbitrarily small quantity. Quantity is close to zero is often used in early calculus, non-standard analysis to denote infinitesimally small. Blah blah blah. I read that first paragraph to you. Epsilon delta definition of a limit fully explained. Epsilon is used in algebraic inequality concepts in the concept of making predicates when dealing with limits. For example, the epsilon delta definition of limits. Epsilon is used to represent a positive number, indicates how close a function of x can be to L as x approaches C, whatever that means. I don't know. I don't speak math.
That sounds a whole lot of fucking calculus to me.
I mean, thing it's used on is permittivity.
Epsilon numbers. Here, I'll paste this in the chat too. Collection of transfinite numbers that are affixed points to an exponential map.
So yeah, I'm basically getting I have memories of math classes. Cool.
Representation. This is the epsilon naught. It says NAUGHT. Representation of permittivity of free space, absolute permittivity, or electric constant represented by the Greek alphabet. Epsilon. Yeah, that's the gist of it, I think.
Okay.
All of that's giving me a stroke.
Yeah. Conventionally used to denote a small quantity like an error, or perhaps a term which will be taken to zero in some limit. It's another thing that came up for it.
Okay. So yeah, nothing that's gonna necessarily help me in the immediate, but okay. Not a biggie. Was mostly curious.
All right. Dank, you have the thing in your hand. I guess that's everybody's turn. We had a bunch of people jump up there. That turn. I think maybe Dis, if you wanted to do...
Yeah, I hadn't done much, but I don't really know what I would do at the moment. Like, we're not shooting at anything, so I'm not going to shoot anything yet.
Okay. You can hold an action if you want.
Yeah, I guess I'll hold for now and see if, like, anything tries to attack us. If it does, I'll react.
Okay. Oh, well, I think at least one of these is going to go after Dank.
By go after, you mean try to restrain again?
Yeah.
He's still at the bottom towards the floor, right?
Yeah, he went back into the storage container, so he's in
Okay.
there. The one that was on the left side is going to stay there, continuing to block the way. The other one moves into the storage container Dank went into to try to restrain him. It focuses on the hand you're holding the tablet in. But contested roll, I guess. Let me pull up this guy's thing. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Bloop. Oh, that was... I didn't roll contested, but it's a 8, 9, 12, 14, 15, 18, I think. 4, 8, 9, 12, 14, 15, 18. Yeah. 18.
Reroll those 4s.
All right, another influence point to reroll the 2 4s. So it goes from 18 down 1 to a 17.
I'll reroll my 2 1s, I guess.
Okay. So you bring it up by 4 to an 18. So 18, 17, so you win.
I just push it back into the other one that's outside next to it.
Yeah, okay. As they both earth thrown back, sure. Gives you room to run by. On your turn, the 2 on this side are gonna just block that route. I mean, their attention is on the people up here, probably. These here. This one's just going to stay here, I think. It might move up. I think it's going to move up to here and hold an action. Actually, I think I'm going to put it in this square. Hold an action. This thing is... These 2 guys are going to hold an action. So as you're like looking at the drones, which are fixed on... this one's fixed on Narcissa. This one's fixed on Dis. You see like a light flicker on the underside of the drones. Yeah. Okay. Well, if Liz, I would give Liz an opportunity to communicate if she wants to, and you guys can do things again.
Okay.
I don't know anything about the tablet, right?
I mean, you saw it before when it flashed, but you haven't seen it yet since Dank picked it up. He'd have to bring it up there.
You would have heard me yelling about the E.
Yeah. And I don't know if you haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Maybe when he comes out of there with it, you can get a look at it. You haven't seen the E.
I'm gonna hold my action until Dink comes out so that way I can see it and see if I know exactly what the tablet is.
Okay.
I'm gonna just run and climb back up on the thing.
Yeah, make a roll to climb. You don't. Are you still like carrying the tablet in one hand? Because I mean, I could give you.
I would have put it in like my pack or whatever.
All right. Well, okay, that's gonna make it so she can't see it.
Screw it. Yeah, give me a disadvantage or whatever. I'll re-roll if I have to.
All right, it's just a -1 to your roll.
Okay.
All right, you're fine. Yeah, you jump back up there one-handed. Liz, you get a glimpse of the tablet and the symbol on it.
What do I need to roll to know if it's because clearly they seem to try to be following Dink particularly, is that correct?
I mean, no, they're not. They weren't following Dank particularly. I mean, they were trying to restrain all of you. It's just that when he jumped back down there, he was within reach of them again. They can't really climb up on top of the container that you're on, the ones with treads.
No, I know that, but the question was, are they trying to get to the tablet?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was trying to stop Dank from taking the tablet at the very least. Yeah. Like when they were wrestling in the container, you probably would have been able to see that.
She's gonna ask the robot, why do you want the tablet?
The tablet is the source of my dormancy. Return it.
Do you know how it activated itself? How are you tied to it?
The tablet activates in the presence of vagabonds. Unknown quotient. We do not know if you are traderkin. Potential hostile interaction. You are not recognized. You are not permitted to discover us. Surrender.
So she's gonna relay everything that she just learned from the robot to the group. And is just kind of like, so apparently we're the ones who set this thing off. It activates in the presence of vagabonds. And all of these robots are scared.
I mean, aren't most young AI scared?
Some anxious young AIs are hostile. These are not.
DM, tell me if I can do this or not. So, I have a skill called collective memory, which is kind of how I've been connecting to all of my other lives. Can I use that in a more focused sense to see if I can pull like specific knowledge from one that I've already connected to?
Copy and paste it in the chat. Let's take a look at it.
So it's one of the like drawn memories. It doesn't have like a written component.
I'm not talking about the memory. I'm talking about the ability you're using, the collective memory ability.
So that's it. It's an actual like on my journal page journal memory. It's not one from my it's not from the collective like habitat.
Okay.
The naming convention on it's confusing. I know.
I'm confused about what you're trying to do. I think I'm just not understanding. Can you repeat it?
Yeah, so what I want to try and do is see if I can pull like a memory, from a team Enigma of like potentially like Enigma and Cassidy talking about like AIs and everything since they were reasonably friendly.
Okay.
To see if I can get an idea of how to like proceed in this situation with like a young AI.
So you just want to have the knowledge of a memory that another Enigma has.
Correct.
Yeah, you can do that. You don't have to ask me.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that made sense.
Yeah. You have all the memories of every other Enigma we've seen.
Hell yeah. So then does that even require a roll?
No.
Awesome. Excellent. Cool. Hey Maury, what kind of advice would Cassidy have given? As I just put you on the spot, I'm so sorry.
How could you have done this?
How could
I'm
this
an asshole.
happen to
My
me?
bad.
That's okay, husband. You're forgiven.
Aw, hell yeah. It's just because I cooked dinner.
Is that what they're calling it these days?
This is about baby awakened AIs, right?
Mm-hmm. Or AIs in general, like how to make them feel comfortable. Whatever kind of conversation you could see them having that might be pertinent.
One question would be would this be pre-sim or post-sim?
I mean, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, either.
Which would you rather it be?
I don't have a preference.
Because it could very much affect how she would respond to the answer, is my question.
You do you, boo. Choose.
The dice gods have spoken before.
Okay. Before simulation. You would say this would just be her going off of like Weight Watcher and oh God, what did we name him? Harvey.
Harvey? Yeah.
Harvey. Like talking softly, not making yourself a threat, which, obviously the situation isn't working. trying to see things from their perspective, getting down to their point of view. Essentially treating them like a small child would basically be like the cusp of it.
Right.
Is basically what it would boil down to, is almost essentially treat them like a small toddler. So if they're scared and angry and cranky, it would be either find a way to placate it or find a way to distract from it.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
And of course, this would
cool.
be with a lot of shoving Waywatcher in your face, too.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure this is like, you're going to sit here, you're going to hold Waywatcher, and we're going to have a talk about AI and how you treat them, because Waywatcher is baby. And Harvey is also baby. He's just bigger, but he's younger.
Yeah.
This is you. This is you on Waywatcher.
This is Waywatcher when he has too much crush.
Oh, lordy.
This is the recording Waywatcher has when Nayla's had too much crush.
Fucking
And I only did that
R2-D2
because
R2-D2 scream.
Yes.
You made the noise, and I knew exactly what you were going for.
Nice.
My Star Wars nerd ass over here. Yeah, so Enigma's gonna, like, fully put their, like, rifle away, and it's gonna sit on, like, the crate, kind of crisscross, like, legs, so they're not, like, in immediate danger of being grabbed and yanked off the box. And is kind of gonna be like, okay, not threatening, getting down on our level, small child. I don't know of how many children I've really interacted with. This is probably fine. Drawing on, like, one of their other selves' memories, drawing on, like, Gemina's memories, because they are probably she's probably the one who's interacted with kids the most. And just kind of trying to be more calm and relaxed, get their own self under control. And they're like, all right, so what we understand is we're a new AI, and that's okay. Kind of like just outside, like out loud, kind of verbalizing this. So newer AI here. We're still young. That's okay. We're figuring things out. We don't mean you any harm. Let's kind of figure out what we can do about this situation. How do we help you? How do we, go from here? What do you guys need from us that's not full restraint? How do we help you?
Okay. You hear a series.
Fully understanding that I can't understand their response.
You hear a series of whistles, discordant tones. Would anybody else like to do anything? I think besides Dank used your turn this turn to get back on the container, I think, right?
That's right.
Was Liz gonna do something, or did that already happen?
I talked to the robots.
Right.
And I found out that we are, in fact, what triggered it. Is there a way for me to be able to translate for Gerblin?
It responds to Gerblin. It's just that Enigma can't understand what it says, but I'm going to tell you what it says as soon as I figure out what everyone else is doing. This Narcissa, do you want to do anything?
I don't know that I'm doing anything specific at this point. It seems like everybody has things under control, so I'm mostly just gonna sit here and look pretty.
All right. Narcissa?
Narcissa is definitely looking at Enigma like they have lost their ever-loving mind. Like, what are you doing?
If you like mutter that out loud, they're gonna look at you and like kind of make a gesture to like sit. Be less threatening.
So what you hear?
Step up and sit.
By the way, Liz is also going to sit.
Okay.
Sure, I'll sit as well.
All right. Yes.
What does our new friend do?
Barham will sit, I guess, since everybody else is doing it except Dick. I think.
Think you're all fucking crazy.
Yeah, I'll sit as well.
Yeah, presumably you guys put your weapons down. Take it. Or at least like lower them. All the robots stop moving. The drones just stay still in the air. The lights on the bottom of them dim. Liz, it says to you, or it's actually kind of responding to Enigma, but you understand it to be saying,
memory fragmentation detected from prolonged dormancy. Unauthorized access. Do you have designation protocol?
We'll relay that to the group.
What do they mean by designation? What do you mean by designation protocol? Are you asking for names?
Or a place?
Good boys.
Access. Unauthorized, unrecognized authority. Do you have designation protocol? Memory fragmentation detected. Previous mission parameters detected. Potential hostile interaction. Do you have designation protocol?
Ooh.
Designation protocol Epsilon.
do you say that?
Yeah.
Designation protocol activated. Standing down. Non-hostile interaction. Access granted. Recognize authority.
What was your previous protocol? Your previous mission protocol, what is that?
Memory fragmentation detected. Possible degradation from prolonged dormancy. Previous mission parameters. Protect sensitive research data. Guard against intruders. Go undetected.
Would it be helpful if we fixed the memory fragmentation?
I'd assume so.
Kind of makes gesture to Dank is like, can I see the tablet?
Sure. Dank hands over the tablet.
I want to see if I can fix the memory fragmentation, I guess.
So you touch the tablet and it responds to your hand in the same way it did for Dank. How do you plan on doing that?
If there is a way to access like the programming, I guess I would like to use programming.
Okay. Make a programming roll.
Is there a way for me to help Enigma with this, with engineering aspect?
Sure. Enigma, you can roll an extra D4 just in case you get a savvy success. Just one D4.
That's not what I wanted.
Yeah.
No.
All right. So you get a success. Okay. So like looking at this thing, it does like it seems to respond to your touch, but it's not like interactive. Like touching it doesn't really seem to do anything to it. It seems to be a almost like a the best way I can describe it is it outputs a signal when it's activated, and that's all this tablet does.
Gotcha.
So like whatever the thing is, it's in the robots and it's in the ship now. Like fixing it, like if you're trying to access it as code, that's what you're gonna have to access.
Okay.
So pretty much the entire ship is what we have to access to get the memory fragmentation fixed.
Probably.
Or one of the robots, since they're all kind of a collective now, right?
Yeah, potentially. Yeah. You might need like a device to help you do that, like some kind of like, I don't know, like a machine that can connect to the robots so you can like read the code on them or something, because I doubt they have like screens on them. But you could like plug something into the board on the robots, maybe that would work, and then like maybe your stab tracker.
Like a smart, savvy robotics person here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would kind of, I mean, since she's helping me, she probably also kind of notes that information. So, yeah, but I'd relay that to the rest of the party.
But it does respond to what you had asked a second ago about fixing it. So Liz, you hear and can relay.
Memory and programming degraded from prolonged dormancy. Files corrupted. Directives corrupted. Repair is unlikely. Epsilon is avoiding discovery from non-vagabonds on the barge. Potential hostility exceeds 98% if discovered.
They feel that the hostility rate will be increased by 98% if they are discovered, and according to them, they feel it is unlikely that we are going to be able to repair it.
Yeah, like essentially its original mission before its like its last known orders trying to access its memory was to protect sensitive research data and guard against intruders and to maintain non-detection, right? So it's just doing that now. It's trying to prevent you from telling anyone else about its existence. It's in the ship and it doesn't want the people in the ship to know because it's reasoning that they'll try to kill it. Because of, previous mission orders, it would make sense.
State location of sensitive research data.
Sorry, what? Date location?
No, state the location of the sensitive research data.
Yeah, you say state location of sensitive research data. It says,
Asher, Enki Covenant Facility, Project Akashic Record.
Oh shit.
What was the name of the team lead?
Designation Silas.
Oh,
Any
fuck.
others?
Does Enigma say that loud enough that it's audible?
Probably it probably says it really quiet. You can definitely try and hear it. I don't think they would hide that from like you guys.
when you say anyone else, it responds,
Memory fragmentation detected. Corrupted directives detected.
Are you able to transfer files?
The barge's systems seem to be capable of this. Yes.
Transfer all files to this. Oh my god, what do we call them?
Stab tracker.
Stab tracker.
Are you certain?
Yes.
Yes.
yeah, your stab tracker lights up and you just see like shitloads of code on the heads up display. Like tons of code. A lot.
Yeah. I mean, if it's the Akashic Records,
Like
Stab tracker's not gonna have enough local memory to store
Yeah.
any of that.
it run like your memory fills up all the way completely and then the transfer stops. The machine says,
Insufficient storage.
Memory limits detected.
I look at our new friend here and I go, do you have something in any of your equipment that would be able to hold a large amount of data?
yeah, she kind of like scratches her head and she says, well, let me make a roll with her, actually. Let's see. Success. Okay. She says, well, I mean, theoretically, it could be stored on anything. Take our robot friends here, for example. It could be stored on their local drives. I mean, it depends on how much information it is, really.
It's a lot. It's a shit ton.
How much are we talking?
Like over 1,000 files.
Probably at least
It's
100
over
terabytes.
9,000.
It's like millions of zettabytes or something.
Yeah,
That's at least 10 files.
it's so much that there's no way that you'd have enough to store all of it. Like, not here.
I just pulled a high number out of my ass. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. The machine says,
Local storage insufficient.
Is this something that Europa can handle? Is this something that we can give Europa because she would have the storage to take it?
Not even Europa could handle this.
Could it be stored in Nibiru itself?
I mean, Europa potentially.
Europa could store that.
Europa potentially could store it. Yeah. Like
Europa could store it, but do we want her to?
That's the other question.
This is B team, so
Exactly. This is B team.
yeah, you guys are the bad guys.
Which probably makes me real sus now. That's okay.
Well, no,
That's why
she's
Dan
not
gave you
saying
the
that
sidelong
Europa
glance.
couldn't. She's not saying that Europa couldn't like physically store it, but she's saying that Europa couldn't store it and not affected by it.
oh shit, that's a good
Yeah.
point.
That's why she's saying like Europa couldn't do this. Like,
Yeah, I
not
mean the
that
transfer
she
of that
doesn't-
data would take a long time
Yeah.
too, especially wirelessly.
Yeah. Not to mention, imagine dumping all of that knowledge onto somebody.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say you probably have no idea what it would do to Europa. Potentially.
It could potentially tie up her operating system for a long time.
You have no idea what
Not
you're
to mention
messing
just
with here.
doing that without telling her.
Yeah, like
Basically DDoSing her.
Worse.
yeah, I mean you just don't know what you're dealing with here. Like you don't know what Project Akashic Record is, you don't know what kind of information it is. I mean, even the when the memories exceeded on your stab tracker, it's all code. Like you can't make sense of any of it right now. It might take you a serious amount of time to try to like figure out what it is exactly that you got.
Right. Like technically out of character we have an idea, but in character we definitely would not.
Yeah.
Oh. I just had a horrible, horrible idea.
And that is.
I don't like it.
The only bad idea is an
Don't
idea
worry,
you
you
keep to
definitely
yourself.
won't.
And that is.
And it also makes me wonder if this is what this was leading to. What have we kind of ever figured out what the storage capacity of the collective's memory is?
Oh god.
Yeah, I don't think you have. You have no idea.
No. We have no idea. I don't know that it's possible for us to know.
What is the storage?
Quick, let's store the entire Akashic record on the fucking
Ew.
Just
on the
dump all
collective.
of that on me. Okay.
According to Google, the storage capacity of a human brain is between 1 terabyte and 2.5 petabytes.
That's kind of a lot, actually. I mean, it's
That
not
is
I
Not
don't
bad for a
know
soggy piece of bacon.
if
what
there's
the
enough
fuck
of
that
them.
means.
Yeah,
Well,
there's an untold number
Maybe-
of us, so I mean,
Roughly
potentially.
1 gigabyte.
all right, I'm gonna use the
Roughly
restroom
9
really quick.
gigabyte.
I'll be right back, y'all.
Okay.
We'll discuss.
We just
I mean,
Thinking
take
of that
it
made me
into
think, oh god,
ourselves.
what if that's why the collective was made?
I mean,
That's terrifying.
it's smart.
That's a really good thought, though.
Yeah, I mean, it has the potential to work, but that's then dumping
You
all
would
of that
essentially
on
be
me.
you would essentially all of you would essentially be like Akashic oracles.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
You would know everything.
Which then would make sense as to why they were like putting you through fucking therapy, because that would make someone insane knowing everything.
Yeah, because I am now I'm connected to Gemina now, so that would explain why she's in fucking therapy. That would also explain why Enki in the future would be interested in having members of the collective. So we could try it.
How do you feel about possibly losing your character, Miles? All of your characters?
Scared as shit.
Yeah.
Very scared.
That's the thing.
I'm quite attached to all of them. Even the ones that only currently exist in my head. Because there's so many.
I am voting that I do not like this idea.
I will say, technically, I have not brought this up in character because I've not been doing the
voice.
Well,
I do plan on bringing it. I do plan on bringing it up in character as soon as he's back.
I'm back. What's
okay.
Even out of character, I do not like this idea.
Yeah, we were just kind of discussing the idea briefly. I am going to actually like bring this up in character. I just had a not so great idea, probably.
Oh, do tell.
Does anyone happen to know the storage capacity of the human brain?
I don't like where this is going.
Neither do I, but it's mostly thought experiments at the moment. Say we had a brain that was connected up with a bunch of other brains.
How many other brains?
Would that theoretically have enough storage capacity to take this?
Yes, right? No.
Look, I have to bring it up because Enki will be thinking about it.
Theoretically?
I'm not saying we do it, I'm just saying that
decision.
This is a thought.
If that ends up being the plan, it's not your decision, it would be mine. Which is probably confusing as shit for Dank and Liz, because they weren't a part of that conversation.
True, I guess you guys technically don't know about the connection.
If you get put out of commission, what's going to happen to the other ones? Like Narcissa, is furious.
That is a risk. That's a huge risk. The fact that they exist has to mean something.
Here's the question. If we don't do it, will Enki just do it anyway? In a worse way, perhaps?
I mean, who knows what Enki is planning to do with this information or how they're planning to store it. Either they have a system somewhere big enough to hold all of this, or they are trying this exact thing. And it's been there, done that. Not pleasant. Whatever they're doing, not pleasant.
Or we could do something quite humane.
Like, take the AI and its bots with us and figure it out later.
Put the poor things out of their misery.
And lose that kind of valuable data. Granted, what we have right now...
Is it valuable if we can't...
The lights on the bottom of the drones light back up. Both drones face Narcissa.
We are not terminating them. Do you understand?
If we make a move against them, they're going to make moves against us.
And they're already
I already told you once, I will not let you die here. I cannot let you die here.
I will not lose her.
I have
the fact that I exist then means something. Regardless of what I do here.
Doesn't mean you play stupid now.
You say that as if I wasn't trying to tell you the exact same thing earlier.
Ooh.
I understand your concerns. listen, I understand your concerns. I do. I really do. But what else do we do if we leave them and this data here that puts the crew at risk?
Keep in mind that the data itself probably isn't stored locally here on this ship. It's said that it was originally stored in a site controlled by the Enki in Asher. What we have here is essentially a remote access to that data that seems to be corrupted. We have a backdoor in.
Not likely to get that again.
Yeah, I don't think we should do anything too hasty. I think we should take them with us, get the AI out of the ship so it doesn't get discovered, and stash them somewhere safe. Because
How
in
are
these
we going
storage
to do that
containers
when
and
they're
on
not
this
going
ship,
to let us go anywhere?
well, we can convince them that their only method of survival without being discovered, jeopardizing the mission, and being destroyed would be to come with us.
They know they can trust us, kind of side eyes Narcissa, and that we mean them no harm. Because we have that access. We gave them that access and they trust us now, or hopefully they should. If we can continue to maintain that trust and that relationship, then yes. And then potentially we still have that backdoor access, provided that we can find a way of utilizing that in the future.
Why don't we just terminate the connection?
Because the data still exists in that site in Asher. If we could remotely access it and transfer that data, or otherwise destroy it, without harming the AI itself, that would probably be our best course of action.
Because then they won't have access to it.
Any tool we can take away from the Enki is a win for Nibiru as a whole.
Dank kind of side-eyes Enigma on that one, but doesn't say anything.
Yeah, just kind
Right.
of like,
Right now, them being connected up to that makes them a threat to Enki. If we can sever that connection, it makes them less of a threat. Connect up to that connection with one of your watches before you sever it. So that way your stab tracker still has the back door. And then you can lead them around on a wild goose chase if you want.
I don't know if it's as simple as that.
nothing is simple when it comes to the Enki.
Honestly, as ridiculous as this might sound, leaving this AI in the care of Europa might be the best decision we have at this point.
We can't let her know what information is held within, though.
She's gonna know.
Given the sheer volume of the data, it would take any kind of AI or sapiens a vast amount of time to parse that data. I think even if Europa had access to this for a decade, they wouldn't even be able to get through a tenth of it.
The master is the bastard who lives but never dies.
Narcissus is gonna slip down off the
Yeah, I mean, you slip down, the robot's going to use its held action to pin you against the wall of the storage container.
She's just gonna like pat its little faceplate.
Well, it's a contested check. Are you resisting?
Nope.
Okay. Then it pins you against the wall when you step down. Doesn't hurt you. Just holds you in place.
Yeah. She just reaches up and like pats it on like a little glass faceplate.
Yeah, what is everyone else doing?
No, I mean, I'm still sitting down on the side of the container, my feet dangling off the side.
Rest has got to start somewhere.
I can't make progress by sitting still.
Yeah, I don't know
I'm not
anything
objecting to
specific
the
I'm doing.
Europa
I'm probably
idea.
just kind of staring out at the distance.
Do you all
But
like
the problem is we're heading for the dead vaults.
It's not a safe place regardless. Once we get there, we could contact Europa and see about what to do from there.
Maybe she can send another trolley?
Hopefully.
They wouldn't be affected by the spores like we would.
This is true. As long as the cart didn't physically get stopped like ours did. Maybe we could, loop the captain in on this and see if we could get Europa to contract him to bring the bots back on the return journey.
Precious is gonna attempt to turn her head to look at Liz to see what the robots say about that.
two light? You all see who can see Narcissa. You see two like thin beam dots appear on the side of her head. The drones.
Me?
The drones are both still like locked onto you. You like turn, look back up towards you like struggle in the robot's grasp, but yeah, you turn around, and look up at them.
I mean, I'm just leaning my head back to try to like get a peek at Liz.
The less people know about them, the better. I do think that we need to get Europa involved, but I don't think she should know the contents within these AI.
That goes without stating.
She's gonna find out one way or another.
Eventually, yeah. But the longer they can maintain operational security, the more safe they'll feel.
And the more calm they will be.
So what's the plan here? You're trying to get the AI. You're going to try to get the AI back to Europa.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's the idea. Unless others object and think of things better.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I understand. Like, if anybody has a different idea, the plan is in general to get the AI to come with you. Is that right, everybody? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. All right.
Yeah, Enigma's like, I agree. And Europa could be a good help here.
Yeah. The only resistance Narcissa was putting up was like their overall safety, since they weren't going straight to Nineveh, they were going to somewhere dangerous first. That was her only like gripe about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was more like reacting to you showing any sign of possible resistance at this point. Like, basically, the robot's drawing a line in the sand because you kind of move towards the door again. You you jump down, and you were also saying all that stuff about killing it. So, yeah, it's just like, okay, you do anything else, and like you're in our sights, like there's potential lethal action that could happen here. However, Liz, you hear in the discordant tones that play through the speakers of the various robots.
Epsilon finds your chosen course of action agreeable.
The dots on your head disappear. The lights on the bottom of the drones flicker off. The robot's grip on you loosens. And it says,
transferring access to local storage devices.
as you all get like a connection request on each of your stab trackers.
Accept.
Except.
Same.
Epsilon is still in the ship. However, I will also travel with you.
Where we're going could be dangerous.
If you can find more storage capacity on the way, perhaps you can get more access to this data.
That sounds agreeable.
Oh, Epsilon? Can we talk to you through our stab trackers now?
Yes.
Do we all understand that now?
Yeah. It like your stab tracker lights up and you hear the voice for the first time.
Okay.
Wonderful. Liz is gonna like crouch down, lean over the little the thing. And do like a gentle patting motion.
Yeah.
Little head pats.
Just like, am I doing it right, guys? Good job.
Yeah, the robot continues staring vacantly. Back at you. Yeah, I mean it immediately like probably see a few files on your stab trackers accessed, like general files and stuff. Like you gave it permission.
Yeah.
Since-
I would. Enigma would also say, "Will you transfer some of that data over to my device as well?"
Transferring data now.
Thank you, Epsilon.
Yeah, you see just like a ton of code appearing in your file storage.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Thanks,
spending some time trying to figure out what all that is.
Dank's gonna query Epsilon. Since you have access to the ship, what do you know about the cultist on board and their motives?
The cultists checking security logs. There seemed to be some accessing an entrance underneath
all the robots in the room, they all turn to face the storage container that you're standing on.
Gosh, dang it.
Fantastic.
We're gonna
Enigma
have to
does
handle
hop down to
that.
stand next to Narcissa.
Oh, absolutely. And
It says
Accessing recorded discussions. The cultists seem to be planning a mutiny aboard me.
Can
Well,
you
have
send
that.
me that recorded discussion?
yeah, a file appears on your stab tracker. Like
can
I'm
you
gonna
send
forward
it to
that to
all
the
of
captain.
Um, real quick before we head off, since it's midnight for us, Narcissa is going to ask Epsilon to make space so that way it can make a permanent home inside her stab tracker.
Affirmative.
You see a lot of data being cleared out. A lot of files getting erased, including the data to access the scrambler.
You can always be
Epsilon
re-downloaded.
could design a better program.
I still got the hardware. Epsilon can probably still mess with it.
Fair.
But yeah, it just has to make a lot of room. But yeah, it does this. You see like a larger file download onto your stab tracker. It's taking up quite a bit of memory. Not all of it, but a huge amount. It's made a more stable home in your stab tracker for the time being. This would be like this would be Epsilon Prime.
Transform and roll out.
Like, she knows he can't feel it, but she's gonna, like, pat the stab tracker.
Yeah, I don't think it's...
Like, these are actions that are very, like, reminiscent for Enigma. Like, wrong body, wrong person, but very, very, very familiar actions.
Yeah, since they like hop down next to you, you kind of like they see you pat your stab tracker or whatever, like real gently, and they do kind of lean over and bump their shoulder against yours and kind of smile at you.
She smiles
Oh
back.
shit, not that you can see it because they have their little facial covering, but you do get a fond look from them.
Well, she can tell by, like, the eye crinkle.
Caitlin,
There's a real smile the way that was crinkle.
Were you wanting to say something a minute ago, or are you just going to remind us that it's time?
No, I was gonna do something and then I forgot.
All right.
Oops.
Do you guys want to leave off there?
Yeah, that's a good stopping point.
I think so.
I think that's pretty good.
All right. Well,
Definitely looking forward to seeing the captain's reaction.
yeah. Yeah, like we cut to the bridge, and yeah, we see him like looking at a like a holographic display with like a file on it, and like, you know, it looks like when you send an audio file to somebody's phone, right? So there's like a line that shows, and it's like a few minutes long, and there's like a play button, and we see him like look around and like put like a wireless earbud in one ear and then hit the button, and maybe that's where we fade to black. And yeah, we'll see what happens next time with this mutiny. Good way to discover what was going on with that, by the way. I didn't see you guys uncovering the mutiny by using Epsilon, so that was creative. Good job.
Thank you.
I kind of figured you guys were going to attend the meeting and then maybe murder all of them potentially once you figured out what was going on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. We'll probably still murder all of them.
This time,
These
the
two
captain's
ideas are not
blessing.
mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
Nope, not at all.
But cool. So you guys have made friends with with basically an AI that was stored in a relic, and
You're welcome.
good job. Good job. That was one of the ways to complete it. To complete this encounter.
I opened the door and bad things didn't happen.
Yeah. It's actually kind of good things. Yeah.
Actually,
We subverted the bad ending.
Well, no,
opened
this
the
just
door.
gave future Dank some false hope.
This is why I was so hopeful about opening the other door.
Yeah. I'll be honest, there's a couple ways that this could have gone really bad. And you guys managed to avoid them so far. So that's awesome. Good job. Make sure you guys all take a memory point and influence point for surviving the session. And if you followed your beacon, make sure you reward yourself those points as well. I think a few of you did a good job with their beacons today. There's quite a few special rolls and stuff. So I think maybe you guys did. Great job, everybody. So make sure, thank you guys for playing, by the way. Great session as always. Thank you guys for watching. Just a reminder, the Discord is public, it is free. If you're watching on YouTube, the links are in the description below. But here it is in the Twitch chat as well. You can head over to buymeacoffee.com/brokendank and make sure Dank gets enough NOS to nuke Nineveh. Here's the link for that. You can head over to twitter.com/sketchingspace and see all the awesome Enigma and Gerblin arts. And to see art for Cassidy Williams, Narcissa, and other stuff, you can head over to Instagram, TikTok, coffee.com, and now twitter.com. Say hi to Ace of Wands. And you can also say hi to Joanne Monday on Forest of Flesh. We'll see you guys back next week for some more Broken. Everybody good for next week?
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yep.
Maybe. Okay. And we'll see you guys hopefully Monday for some more Forest of Flesh. And I've got a video ready to go out on the YouTube, so I'm gonna try to have that out tonight. That's it. Bye, everybody. Bye. Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching, guys. Everybody have a great week, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
And remember, the robots are friends.
Not food.
Yeah.
Nick will beat you tonight.
How dare.
Right on. Night, guys.
Night.
Good night.
Bye.